What's up, folks? You know, it's going on 3 years that I've been single. Broke up with the girl I was living with and her daughter. That happened in 2014. August of 2014. And I spent the following year going on a couple dates here and there. I spent most of that year trying to get ready to take on this whole van life trip. I didn't jump into another relationship right away. I didn't get into a relationship at all. Then when I hit the road, there was the beginnings of a relationship that just went south. That didn't last very long. It's just turned out to be a fling in Mexico. That led to a lot. I'll write about that at a later date. But I'm cool. One good thing about being on your own is you can do whatever the fuck you want, whenever you want. Oh, la verga. So that's cool. I can just do whatever I want. Like, hey, I'm going to Sedona, or hey, I'm going up the mountains, or hey, I'm doing this, or let's do this, and all I have to tell it to is Rusty. And you don't have a choice. Also on this, since about being 40, since being 40, I've been learning a lot about myself. Since the breakup, I've been learning a lot about myself, but I've learned a lot more on the road, which I'm compiling, putting a lot of stuff together to write about, or to put that in a book. So I didn't need to be, or I shouldn't, let's say people are in fucked up relationships, right? And because they're fucked up, right? They have some issues that they haven't dealt with, that they ignore. Insecurity, etc. And it affects their relationship to the point where their relationship goes south. And eventually those people split. And some people, within, I don't know, a week or two, are in another committed relationship. Nothing about them has changed in that short period that they were in the previous relationship to the time they're in the next relationship. So inevitably, is that how you, what is that word? Without making the change, right? You jump from one relationship to another relationship without making any change in between. You're gonna fuck the next relationship up too. How do I know this? Because I'm just not picking on people. I'm just not saying, oh, I don't want to turn here. Fuck. Shit. That's been me. I never really immediately jumped in. I always took time, but I didn't take enough. Or I didn't really do anything in that time in between to work on myself, right? So that's what I've done this time. I started with the VA and that didn't work out real well, but it's just that being on the road alone for so long causes me to reflect. And then here's the thing, being a writer, I wrote these things down, my thoughts. Some of them, most of them are blog posts, not all of them, but that caused me to learn even more about myself. And I can say that I kind of found happiness, one with writing, with practicing and doing something that I love, and with some deep, like, introspective searching and dealings. I've come a long way in this past, just say year and a half now. It's just easier to say it. I guess I feel like I kind of needed this trip, right? I kind of needed to hit the road and but my point is, and what I'm trying to get to, and what I don't want to admit, this is a hard video for me to make, is that I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired of being alone. I would like to be in a relationship and have a family and like I had that. I had a a beautiful girlfriend, and she had a daughter part-time, so that was fun. I love that. I miss that too. And so I know that it's possible for me, but now that I'm in a much better place, I think I would do a lot better job. I'd do a better job at being both a spouse and a father figure, if not father. And that's what's on my mind a lot. That and my fucking business. That I obviously don't like. I'm a catch. I'm good looking. I'm sexy. I'm sensitive, emotional, loving. I'm handy. I can fix shit. And I'm an artist. I just wanted to say that. I'm an author. I write books. So I'm not meaning anybody. In fact, I'm scaring people. Like I'm trying to. I don't know how to approach people without being this giant of a man with a white beard and old. I don't have the patience or desire. I just don't want to go out. Because let me tell you, if I go out, get a couple drinks in me, I'm charming as hell. Now, there was a time in my life where I could go out to a bar and have a few drinks and meet a girl and at least get her phone number and go on a date later. But I can't tolerate even the even the thought of going out to a bar. One reason being is I kind of have a drinking problem, so I have to stay away from booze. I overdo it. I don't know when to stop when I start, in most cases. There are times where I like to just have a beer, but if you get me in a social environment, forget it. I won't know when to stop. And that's something I've learned on this trip. Wait. Thank you. And plus it was an official diagnosis from the VA. So I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out. I'm an old man. So I think, where will I meet people? It's hard. I don't stay in one place very long. I'm a writer, so I say do what you love and you'll meet people, and I sit by myself and write. There's no other people involved in writing. So I'm not really meeting people. So that leaves online dating, right? Fucking swipe right and all that bullshit. That's not working out so well. I mean, I've met some nice people on Tinder, let's say, but I gotta be honest, they're not what I'm looking for. And what I mean by that is, when you're on Tinder, you search by age and geographic radius from your location. So I would say that the women aren't searching for a 42. The women that are searching for a 42-year-old, willing to date a 42-year-old on this app, I would say that they're my age, around my age, and not looking to start. Not looking to start a family. I'm almost out of time. So that's me. My name's David So Jr., and I'm tired of being alone. Can you believe that? It's been 3 years. I guess maybe this will be continued later.